All right, let's talk about one of the weirdest feelings our brains can cook up, déjà vu. You know the one. It feels super mysterious, maybe even a little supernatural, right? Well, today we're going to get into the simple, totally fascinating brain science that actually explains the whole thing.
I mean, it's something pretty much everyone has felt, right? That sudden, almost shocking feeling that this exact moment, it's happened before. You're in a totally new place, talking to someone new, but your brain is just screaming at you that this is a repeat. So what on earth is actually going on in there? Okay, so let's break down that feeling. First off, you know for a fact the scene is totally new. And the words being spoken, they're new too. This conversation has never, ever happened before. And yet, there it is. That powerful, kind of unsettling wave of familiarity, even though you know it's baseless. Your gut is totally at war with the facts. And that conflict, well, that's the core of what déjà vu is.
So is it a memory or just an echo? To figure that out, we've got to understand how a real memory is different from this bizarre feeling.
Okay, look at this. A real memory, right? It's got details, you can remember where you were, who you were with, stuff like that. But déjà vu, it's the complete opposite. It's this intense feeling, but it's totally empty. There's no substance to it. You try to grab onto the details and poof, there's nothing there. You can't place it because there's literally nothing to place.
Yeah, this really nails it. Your brain is giving you that powerful sensation of remembering, but there's no actual memory file attached. It's like a false alarm from your own mind. So the big question is, why? Why does this little imposter feeling pop up?
All right, let's get into the science. The most common explanation isn't some paranormal thing. It's actually pretty simple and kind of cool. It all boils down to a tiny, tiny delay in your brain's processing.
So here's how this glitch in timing supposedly works. Think of it like this. Information from your eyes and ears is racing to your brain on a couple of different highways. The first signal gets there instantly. Boom! That's you experiencing the now. But for whatever reason, a second, identical signal takes a slightly longer route. Maybe it's the scenic route, who knows? When it shows up just a few milliseconds later, your brain gets totally confused. It sees this latecomer and goes, hang on, I've seen this before, this must be a memory. And just like that, the present moment gets accidentally filed away in the past folder.
So to put it simply, your brain isn't actually recalling anything from the past. It's just experiencing the present moment twice in a super fast sequence and mistaking that second signal for an old memory. It's just a simple filing error, a little hiccup.
Okay, so if it's just a tiny little glitch, why does it feel so weird, so real and emotionally intense? Well, the answer has to do with where this all happens and how our brain reacts when it gets confused.
It's this idea of familiarity without memory. See, your brain has one system for recognizing something and a totally different one for recalling the details. With déjà vu, the recognition part fires up and says, hey, I know this. But the recall system, it comes up empty. So you're left with this super weird feeling of familiarity, but with no actual memory to back it up. Your brain is scrambling, trying to find the file that explains why this feels familiar, and it just can't. That's where that unsettling, confusing feeling comes from.
And what's really interesting is that this is way more likely to happen when your brain is already a little taxed. You know, when you're tired, stressed out, distracted, that's when the system is more likely to have one of these little timing errors. It's also super common when you're young, which makes sense. You're experiencing a ton of new stuff, your brain is still wiring itself up. That probably explains why it gets more and more rare as we get older. So let's totally reframe how we think about this. Instead of seeing déjà vu as some spooky paranormal event, what if we see it as a sign that your brain is actually working really, really well? A healthy brain's hiccup, basically. So let's just lay it all out. What is déjà vu not? It's not a vision of the future, it's not a memory from a past life, and it is not a sign that something is wrong with you. So what is it? It's a tiny timing error, a brief moment where signals get crossed. It's basically just a harmless side effect of having an incredibly powerful and complex memory system. And honestly, here's the coolest part of all. You know that strange, unsettling feeling you get? That's actually your brain's fact-checking system kicking into high gear. It's literally going, whoa, hang on a second. I'm getting a massive signal of familiarity here, but I can't find any real memory to support it. Something's off. The fact that your brain notices the mistake, that means it's working perfectly.
So next time that wave of déjà vu hits you, remember this. It isn't some window to the past. It's a sign your brain is checking its own work. It's not a glimpse into another dimension. It's just a fascinating, momentary glitch that proves your brain is so incredibly sophisticated, it can actually catch its own split-second mistakes. It's not a mystery to be afraid of. It's really just a testament to the complex and, yeah, beautifully imperfect computer we all have in our heads.